all 5 people.
I think it's live now. Tough for being a dum-dum. Via message, because...
You're live on the stream. What do you think, Chad? It's D&D. From the fables of yore. These are a few of my favorite things. Dog bites, the bee stings. Actually, I should probably sing that. It's probably like definitely intellectual property. Who dare message me? Oh no, Mr. Cole. Some loser.
So, how did your first game of Warmachine go?
How did my first game of Warmachine go?
This version, yeah.
I played 2 games of Warmachine actually. My 2 games with my new faction.
You're not trolls.
My not trolls. My definitely not trolls. Yeah, it went well. It was fun. The first game I died to caster assassination because, to be honest, I threw my caster away in a very silly fashion. And Darren was like, "So you sit your caster there?" I was like, "Yes." On no focus, yes. Basically in front of a war beast. I was like, "Indeed, sir." And he was like, "Okie dokie, you don't understand what you've done there." I was like, "I understand." It was like, and I was like, "If you get unlucky, you don't kill the caster. If you roll basically average or less than average, you win the game." And it was like, I see what you've done there. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off. And then Darren proceeded to beat the life out of my caster. The second game was a bit more interesting, but I think I played a bit too cagey. The issue is we're starting at 50 points, right? And with the predetermined amount of stuff. And I feel like it's the faction feels interesting. And there's some of the units I really like and I think are really good, but I need to just keep playing and get a better feel of them and see how they work. Royalty free. Royalty free jazz, yes please. I think if I just keep playing.
Hello, whoever has joined the stream.
So, because I like some background sounds or such, just like.
I may struggle with my laptop a little bit.
That's age.
It's quite a distance from me. And I need to... Have we got audio? Is audio working?
Yeah, but I don't know. I've enjoyed playing a couple of games of Warmachine. I've been very good. I'm looking forward to playing more games of Warmachine.
Me too.
Warmachine. I'm also excited because we've got more stuff coming.
I mean, there is more stuff coming.
Oh, I can't get over how much stuff is arriving. I'm excited to see. I want to get my monstrosity. That's the thing I'm excited. Like, there's certain things I just want to get because they look cool. But like, I really want to. I'm kind of cracking on through this. I think if I get another unit done tonight, that's 3 units. Like, pretty much. I need to finish the bases on 2 of them. But like, I'm pretty happy with the girls. Like, I'm pretty happy with my war witches. It's a pretty basic dark color scheme. I'm not gonna lie. It's nothing fancy. Like, but they look fine, right? Like, the white's gonna be hit with a. You guys can't see, but basically, it's all metal. Metal. How do I? Metal like that. Metal. And then all the rune shapes. I'll put white ink in. and I'm just going to hit them with an airbrush to make them glow green, and that's pretty much it done. So the big thing is they're going to pop with a lot of green, sort of metallics and a dark, and I think it's called pain blue. Pains. Read that word. Pains blue. Yeah. This is one of the signature range by Vinny V. It's a Vince Ventrilo Pro Krill paint, which can be purchased from Bay Games for £1 million. It's not £1 million, but I mean it's close enough. It's a price somewhere between. If one person
wants to buy one for that, that's absolutely.
That's
fine.
great. If you could just send Kieran £1 million, that'd be really handy. He'd refuse it. Actually, he'd be like, "No, please, give it to Russell." We can't really hear Darren, but I love listening to him sort of shout in the background. Hi.
No, I'm down on
Thursday.
On this Thursday, I'll probably be playing Thingy, but I'll be free the weekend. Oh, yeah. Well, Friday night we could play some Warmachine. That means we need to see if we can get a table, because there's Magic and the Thingy on tonight, isn't there? Could you book us a table in Keywin?
And the Thingy on what Thingy?
There's the D&D. There's now Friday night D&D at Bay Games.
No, it's not every Friday.
It's not every Friday. What the frick? Is it every other Friday?
No, it's the last 2 Fridays in the month.
The last 2 Fridays of the month. I thought it was twice a month. That Colin was doing it. Sound like it was twice.
The last 2 Fridays in the month.
The last two. Oh, so I was in the penultimate and the final. Like,
yeah.
Okay. So last 2 Fridays of every month. Colin. Let me just say that those sessions look super fun as well.
They have been well received. Really well received. I think it's great.
It's great. Good job. Yeah. Shout out to Colin and his lovely. I think it's his wife. Lovely wife. Lovely team. They were talking about going to Aircon to do some stuff as well. So if in Aircon, are you interested in Aircon? Go to Aircon and say, "Oh my God, you're Colin from Bay Games." That's so cool. I mean, people will probably know him more than. Yeah, but super cool. Big fan. It actually made me tempted to join in a session to see what it's like. Would you do a Dungeons and Dragons? If you would do a D&D, would you steal a car?
The old piracy video.
Yeah. If you would do a Dungeons and Dragons, would you steal a car? Would you pirate a video? I think it's like the joke one where it's like, would you poo in a policeman's hat? Not for free, that's for sure. But yeah, super excited to see more really cool D&D. D&D! Oh, from the adventures of it's D&D! It's probably not the person I should be referencing. Boop, 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 boop. Also, Ivan came in on a different note that isn't Warmachine, but it is played at the shop, therefore it counts. I finally got my Run Together 2024, Spring 2024. Ignore the year and what time of year it is now. It may be nearly Spring 2025, but I got Spring 2024. So there we go. Spring 2024 Netrunner cards. So they're really cool. I absolutely love them. I'm going to show some of them off. So this is. I don't know if you know Netrunner. You might know card games. If you don't know Netrunner, it's run by a non-profit organisation called Null Signal Games. They are fantastic. They're really fun, and I play it. And we should rep Bay Games because I'm going to be travelling everywhere in my hoodie and seeing people. And this is one of the event cards. You play it like that, and then it attaches to something called ice. And if you know what it is, it looks like that. Thank you, Ivan, for dropping them off. It's really appreciated, buddy. Hope you're having a good night. I don't know if he watches this. He might not, but then he might watch it later. I like this one. You like this one? Look, it's like I think the card's like Celtic. So look, English, and then her Turi one is ready her east. Her dim und you. I bet it's Welsh. It's really offensive, but I bet it is.
Is that why you would really?
Yeah. That's my generic European accent.
The Swedish chef.
Oh, yeah, that's my impersonation. But that's what I did for a Welshman. I don't know.
Is the audio okay on the stream?
Oh, but still couldn't hear me.
I've fixed that. I've literally just fixed that.
Yeah, you are, but you are now loud enough to be heard on the stream. So anyone who is on the stream, yeah, respectful, decent.
Nick James is
a fantastic place for good people who don't say anything problematic.
It's behind the watershed.
Yeah, you know that's not how this works. I mean, not for me. I mean, to be fair, it's not my problem, but also I am trying to.
It is Kieran's business.
I feel like Kieran's mental health doesn't need any more blows to it.
Oh,
Depends which type.
Oh,
spicy.
I've got a question. Let's go. These. Darren played a game of War Machine, Mr. W. Did you enjoy it, Darren?
Yeah, it was alright.
You're not Mr. W. You don't have a W in your surname. Oh, yes, you do.
And not
not at the beginning of it, though. God. Why do we have to have two of you?
Well, technically, I don't.
At the beginning, though.
You at the beginning of my name.
There's a W at the beginning of your name, isn't there?
I just can't.
I
Yeah, 2 games.
You had 2 games. Well, how many points was it?
50.
About 350. Oh, is that box
50.
set? Is that box set 50 points? Is it?
Oh no! I was using the old Brute Thrall models and old Mechana Thrall models.
That's pretty thrally, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Nice. I love a good thrall.
Well, and the first game I didn't use half my.
Yep.
Easy now, Crons. Half my rules.
Oh, so you played it on hard mode, eh? You were like, I don't need to.
Oh yeah. Rules like incorporeal.
Oh, who needs that rule?
Sean wouldn't have insta-killed my unit of ghosts.
I
Incorporeal.
need to learn how to play this game.
You roll dice until the other person goes, "Oh, all my stuff's dead."
That's one round for me.
That's one, yeah. And that.
Oh,
all my stuff.
That's alright. Every time I've ever played against Longworth, that's what happens. He even stopped killing my stuff to give me the chance to play.
Oh.
He was like, "I'll not throw the other 4 models bombs because I just took out half of your stuff with 1."
Is that with the rules correct, Darren, or was that with an exciting version of the rules?
That was with an exciting. He says half his stuff. There were 4 models there, and let's be fair, I had 4 other bombs to throw.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah. So the way the AoE rule works, we've learned, it still probably would have been as devastating. It doesn't matter what, because he would just throw more bombs to make it as devastating. But
turns out when you're armor 12, though.
Yeah. To woo.
You'll die.
Yeah. So the way that the AoE rule works is so it's AoE is also the number of models it affects within that range. So AoE 2 is 2 models within 2 inches. AoE 3 is 3 models within 3 inches. Which does mean AoE 1 is AoE 1 model within 1 inch, which is kind of fun, I guess, but yeah.
But that's only on a direct hit as well.
Yeah, it's only on a direct hit as well, yeah. Only on the direct hits.
You still suffer the blast damage roll.
Yeah.
On the original target.
That is so strong.
Is there like an armor save or anything to that thing? Obviously, I don't know the game
No,
itself.
so the way this game works is...
You have an armor staff.
Yeah. So this game is it's basically on your turn, Crons, like if you were attacking, if you roll greater than their armor, it has to be greater than, not equal to. For every point over their armor, you do a point of damage. So some units will have multiple wounds, some won't, and so if you have 1 wound and you roll over their armor, then they die.
Okay.
But like it's a 2d6 system, so normally not an hour. Dice are a funny mistress. As cruel as they are kind, really you're looking at 7s. So like for example, you can kind of get a bit of a rough idea at what numbers you should be looking at, but then sometimes the dice decide, oh no, not this day.
Yeah.
But it's really, really good, really fun.
So what's an average armor class or AC or like armor save or armor class?
I mean, most of my stuff seems to be in the 11 or 12 area, which is not very good.
So do you have to? So You have 2d6. Is it every point underneath the 12?
Over.
11?
So your weapon will have a power which is automatically added. So if you're a power 10 weapon, which is quite low,
Okay.
then you roll a 2d6. You add those 2d6 to it. So if you rolled another 10, you'd be doing 20. And if there are those 18, 2 would go through.
Yeah, so if you think about it this way, so let's go from here's a good example. Also to hit. So let's go through some stats, right? So if Kieran's do you remember what the defense of your little frog boys are? Listen, mate.
11.
Defense 11, armor 12.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Maybe they might be defense 13.
I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I reckon there'll be
But
13.
that's
12.
effectively victim
I
stats.
can tell you, I've got the app, but they are not very good. They got squidged, but they are very much.
You know what, Jacks have better stats than that.
I want to hit you with them. They're all like doing like precision, and my little blow darty ones don't even fucking damage. They just do a pip of damage every time.
Oh,
Yeah,
they have
that's really
anatomical
good.
precision, which is a phenomenal ability.
Yeah, these do. Yeah, so my stabbing ones have.
That
With
nearly
it.
took out half my army.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You know what?
So I have to hit with them before you hit me.
Yeah,
Basically,
yeah.
that's why.
You are a glass cannon.
And my blowpipes, they don't do like I don't roll for damage effectively. They just do one hit of damage.
Yes, they
which
have.
is great if they're targeting something that's not Darren's like 700 wound warbeast, because they just stood in front of it doing nothing.
I mean, that was a strategical choice to go. I know what I'll do
Yeah.
with my models that do 1 point of damage. I'll stand them in front of the Warbeast with 30 health.
I think you'll find the warbeast stood in front of them, and I had no choice.
No, you do deploy your army and get
It's
to
still
move
good
them.
if you've got if you can definitely hit them and do like.
I like the idea that
1
like
point damage.
Kieran's models are opposed across the field, and he has no choice but to move them closer to Darren's, like magnets.
You've
Like,
played games with me when there's a big thing on the field. Everything has to go towards that.
oh, okay. But that you learned a valuable lesson that day. Don't do that. What an excellent strategy. You know what it is? You learned something.
No,
Please God, you learned something.
just you wait. You put your big thing on the
yes.
field. They're coming for it.
Oh, God. Well, okay.
I'll just have like.
Did
40
you say the War Machine rules are online now? Is that not the case?
It's an
Yeah.
There's an app.
They might even be on the
Uh,
website. If you go to Steam Forge Games, and then from Steam Forge Games, if you go to War Machine, you might be able to find the. I don't know if they're a download there or not. I know that's where I have to remind myself. Are you trying to look on the app now?
I'm downloading the update to the app. You update the app every couple of days, apparently. You
Oh,
have to re-download it.
Well, they've just added the grave diggers to the signal.
Grave Diggers.
Yeah,
Get it?
they
'Cause
appeared
they-
on my order pad. I'm going to get some fluorescent paint.
So is it what's the app called? Steam Forge.
War Machine.
War Machine.
Is it all one word?
Yes.
Wow.
But yeah, things I've learned. Brute thralls are amazing. Once you remember half the rules.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
like the armor 17 to start with. If they're in melee, they go up to 19 automatically.
So they have unyielding, awesome rule, very strong.
Yes. And if they've got the rule. I think it's if they hit and survive, they get to do a 2-inch dodge, or other way around.
Ooh.
I can't remember.
So they can like advance around as they kill things.
Yeah. But then what I was doing was sticking Death Ward on them. So making them armor 21.
Nice. Yeah, high arm seems to be a big thing right now. This seems to be quite high armor.
And I've got I have to write down all the debuffs and buffs that I got. So pretty much everything was in the middle in the second game against Bones. Everything was mat 11. And +2 damage on everything and -2 armor to all of his stuff.
So, for those that haven't played France, Matt and Rat are melee attack and ranged attack. So they're referred to, and there's also, is it
Magic
AAT?
attack. Arcane attack, yeah.
And that's when a thing from Star Wars appears on the field and starts.
Oh,
wrecking.
an AT-AT appears. Yeah, so you have, but it'll say on the card. But let's say, for example, I am Rat, so RAT 6 with my gun guys, and Kieran's defense 13 with his little lizard boys. So I roll 2d6, and I get a 7 Very average. I add my rat to that, which is 6, giving me a total of 13. So I successfully hit to defense you need to equal or greater than. But armor you need to be greater than to damage. So then my gun strength 10. Kieran's armor is strength, let's say strength armor 12. So I roll my 2d6 and I roll a 4. So I've rolled a 4. I add that to my power of 10 on my weapon. So that takes me to a total of 14. I look at Kieran's armor. Kieran's armor is 12, so I've done 2 points of damage. If they have 1 wound, they're dead. If they have 5 wounds, they take 2 points of damage. And then you carry on like with your shooting and stuff like that. Each model picks a target and then rolls to attack and damage, and you work your way through your weapons. It counts on if you have the capability to melee and fight at the same time. So, because you have to do your move action first now, which is a little bit different. But yeah, it's quite simple, really. It's just there are ways to gain additional dice. We'll not go into that now.
Why did they change the move to having to be first? Out of
It was always
curiosity.
that much.
Or was it that much? Was it?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have done my glow orange. That orange is lush. What orange is that one? Turn that.
Fluorescent.
If you're going to play 50-point games, I suggest not using Steamroller.
Well, we did do Steamroller, and I did find it was quite tough, but I do think certain factions will find it maybe a little bit easier than others at 50 points, but obviously that's because they're designed for 100-point armies. But I'm quite happy just to learn them for now and take the L's. Like, I don't really mind.
I mean, the big thing was just that I was limited to 1 jack. So if I could have my chickens, then it would have made it a lot easier.
Yeah, I do think that might be a problem where like, well, that's just access to models we have, right? So if you're using the core and the battle boxes and stuff, you will find like that limit. And also, yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, the problem that Darren was saying that you can have with when you're playing hordes, or they're not called hordes anymore, but when you're playing fury-based factions, so you're using warlock. Oh god, what the hell are they called? Are they called warlocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're using when you're draining in fury, you obviously want to have a lot of war beasts, so they're forced to take more points in war beasts normally. But the war beasts, I mean, like,
They're pretty cheap.
yeah, they do seem to be a lot cheaper, which and they do seem to be now quite spicy. Like they're not as pillow fisted as they once were.
So this one was amazing. Like the named character one. I absolutely misplaced it. It was in the wrong place when I played the game because I played it before reading its rules. And it turns out like it heals everything within 3 of it when it activates and shit like that. It's amazing, and it gives everyone cover and stuff. It's really really good. But I put it on the far left of my field out of the way. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where I want it.
Have you played Kieran?
Yeah, I played against Longworth.
No, I'm asking how many games have you played?
2, 1.
Yeah,
2, 1.
that's the thing with Warmachine. You learn by playing, so now you know where a little bit more where that beast can go and what it does.
Absolutely, on the far left of my field where it was before.
Yeah. That's the
Because
only way
the game,
Then Darren will leave it alone. And
Yeah.
it'll live.
Kieran's going to
the
learn.
game against Boney, they didn't tell me until like after the game where it was like, oh yeah, that game would have ended 3 turns earlier when I basically Boney's caster was on the other side of woods with no focus and it was just sitting in the open. And I was more paranoid about his jack that was in my lines. So I went, Hades is going to spend his soul.
Do you want this orange?
Can collect souls from up to 10 inches, which I didn't realise. I thought it was 2 inches. To go incorporeal.
Spooky.
So, and then I charged his jack, and then that's when Sean and Boney gave them each other weird looks because I could have just charged his caster with a fully powered character watcher.
There's some muscle there. I have to get back.
Did you? Was it because did you have whether it was on the other? Was he on the other side of a forest or something?
Yeah, but I could still see him because the brute thrall was knocked down. That was blocking line of sight.
Oh, the forest.
And he was playing that.
Oh.
Yeah, forests, if you're not in them, block line of sight.
Oh, but was he towing the forest, was he?
No, he was on the other side.
Oh.
The only way I could have seen him is through the brute thrall, which was knocked down, but I forgot about it.
So my woman has an armor of 17.
Oh.
Wow.
That's pretty good, because you gotta think, like, if you roll 2d10 and average weapons like power 10, then really they're gonna need a little bit above average. But is that your warcaster, or is that your?
That's the warcaster.
Yeah. So like, I mean that's still decent. That's still decent. Like
Yeah, mine's 15,
yeah. Well, that's
but mine's defense 16.
yeah. So like, obviously the way you can choose to play your faction is like, do you try and buff defense? Do you try and buff armor? Do you do a mix? Like some units you're like, oh, I can really spike high defense on these ones. And
What's the difference between defense and armor then?
Defense is to hit, armor's to damage.
but,
Oh, I see. So my defense is 15 for that character. No,
yeah, that could be right. Yeah, they could be-
14. 14.
You'll normally
for that character.
you'll normally find that, like, I think high defense at the moment might be quite strong. There is a lot higher mats, but like rats, not as.
There's so much easier way to boost rolls now.
I do think it is, but I think a lot of it lies in. I mean, cricks will always be good at just lowering stuff. But I do think it's more damage based. Like you have to read, is it like attack or? Also, it's how high you can get a stat. Because if you can make something good, great is always like, you know what I mean. It's that.
We've also got to look at all the caster spells and stuff, Crunch, because, like, from what I can see, especially within my faction, most of my spells are like weird buffs rather than attacks. And they change all of those stats.
Yeah, like one of my models she's quite low focus, but like that spell's quite obnoxious, where she can just reduce the range of every gun by 3. So while within 8 inches of it, friendly models just reduce the all models. Basically, you consider your gun 3 shorter if you're targeting them, and then she also, I think it also can like increase their. Oh yeah, and everyone's immune to blast, so you can't suffer blast damage if they miss. And then she has a way to buff people's defenses, where you can get like a defense like. I think one of my units can get up to defense.
Is it immune to blast, or is it blast resist?
Ooh.
It'll be resist.
It'll be resist. I don't think anything's immune now, is it? Like it's always
Yeah,
resist.
so resist just means that you lose a dice when you roll blast damage.
That's quite strong against blast damage, though. I mean, if you can hit them as well, because high defense -3 range means you're coming closer to threat. Like it's it just seems like quite a good. It's definitely a good spell, but it's very defensive, and it's quite it's limited range as well. It's range 8, and it's expensive because it's not an upkeep. You have to cast it every turn, and I think it's like 3 focus.
Yeah.
Are the warjacks the big guys?
They're the
Yes.
big beat poops. Yeah. Warjacks are like they're the
'Cause
robots.
this person can advance them by 3 inches.
Yeah. Is that what's it? Is that? Oh god, I can't.
Rhythm of War.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's an old spell name. I like that one.
So your caster tends to come with a retinue of them.
Oh,
whether it be
cohort.
beasts or
It's cohort.
jacks, and they tend to work really in sync with them, so they will move them around, give them perks, stuff
Ooh.
like that. Half of my failed deployment when I played against Darren was I felt like that was important, and I felt like I needed my caster on one side of the field to deal with an objective only my caster could deal with, and it meant that I'd put everything together in one area, and all of my heavy hitters were on like the wrong side of the field, and it took me a while to recover from that.
Oh,
I never did.
What's it called? What was it? I was reading her spell, wasn't I? Kishtar of the Howling Silence. Oh no, it's a feat. No, a feat pandemonium is very good, but it's not a feat. It's a spell actually. Oh, it just shows you the ones. Oh, so annoying.
What is a critical hit? Is that double sixes?
It's
Double
any.
hit.
So it's any doubles, and you succeed basically.
Oh, okay.
So if you boost the attack roll or get an additional die for attack roll, if any of those dice you get 2 of the same, it's a critical.
Okay, so I got glaive critical brutal damage.
Yeah, and
Once you roll a double and you hit.
Yeah.
Ah.
I charged into Sean's Kato Jack and rolled a double 1 and a 6, and I was like, does that still count as a critical? And apparently it does.
Yeah,
Because it's still hit.
Double 1 still hitting this?
No, if there's another number in there.
If there's 3 dice.
Oh, yeah, 3 dice, yeah. yeah.
What's double 1 on feet tail?
So, okay, what's the turns in this game then? Do you? I guess it's spells the movement, or
Nope. So you pick a model, you do everything with it, you move on to the next.
Yeah.
so it's like back and forth here. My turn, your turn, your turn.
No. It is a game where you do all of your turn, then your opponent does all of their turn, but you activate each model individually and perform everything with that model. The only phase that you have to take note of is the basically when you hand out focus at the start of the turn to your warjacks. So the allocation phase, basically. And after that, though, you complete all your units, and then you have to think about like how you want to trigger abilities to go off with each other. So like you might have to like move a unit up first and put them in, but that means you can move a unit up, put them in position, then you can give them the buff you want to give them.
So like with that what regarding like moving my warjack further, I need to move warjack first and then cast that, and then do that then cast that ability to move up an additional.
I didn't do it. I didn't cast it, make them move 3 inches, and then activate the jet.
Yeah.
And then it can activate 3 inches closer, which might be
But
the difference
like,
between hitting something.
There's little changes now, like the maintenance phase is at the start of the turn, not the end.
It's always at the beginning.
So it's like one of my spells, Mirage, it's like in the control phase, move a unit 2 inches. But I was like, alright, so then the maintenance phase, I was like, does that come off? It's like, unless you upkeep it.
Oh, no, I feel like that always works the other way, because my terrible trolls.
And
You're not a troll player, get the bin.
I mean, I could get my old trolls out, be a troll player.
So why would you do that to yourself, though? I thought you were rough trolls.
I am truly a Orgoth monster now.
I like how your faction pick came directly from what's available.
It's true. My faction pick was like, I'd like to pretend it was first choice, but I think it was maybe like fourth, because it was like originally I was going to play your faction. I'm glad I didn't, because they're tiny boys and I wanted bigger boys. But I was originally going to play your faction when I was talking with Byron originally. Then I decided, you were like, I want to be lizard people, and I was like, yeah, of course you do, because there's no furry, so you'll be the scalies. And then I was like, then I'll just play Crix. It's a nice, safe faction. Like, Crix is just good. Crix is never bad. And I was like, because even when they try to make Crix bad, everyone went, wah, and they make Crix good again. It's like, all right then, everyone. We'll give you exactly what you desire, and Crix returned to the top. And then I was like, cool, I'll just play Crix. And then it was like, I don't know when that's going to arrive. And then I was like, screw it then. Like, I just want to start painting with you guys. So I was like, I'll play. And I was like, well, I'm not playing Trolls again because I love me and I'm a good person. And I've painted enough blue for everyone's lifetime in this room. Also, like, along with name, one of the problems that I fuck up, that one of the reasons I didn't pick either, is that they're all so eclectic. Like, they're all so, like just a mixture of stuff. It's like there's no real coherency, which sometimes I genuinely miss when you paint a faction, that, like, a level of coherency. Which with these guys is the exact opposite. They're like a military body. They're all wearing, like, armor that's really similar. And it's like, just like mass painting is actually a lot easier. Not every character's trying to be a new little, I'm a little goofy boy, ha! Like, screw that. I wasn't playing Signar because, what am I, a nerd? I wasn't playing Kador because, whatever. Just boring humans, like, am I America? Am I Russia? Oh, I've such a personality. So then it literally left me with Orgoth, and I was like, I could have played Kador though. Kador have the cool Men of War, but I was like, but the starter box is just the winter. What's it called? The Winter Corpse.
The Winter Guard.
And I was like, no.
That Kador.
Yeah, I'm no.
See, you build this army before they release the Goblin army.
Because Borny was like trying to mix Grave Digger units with the other Signa and tell him like he couldn't.
No, it's literally now they are separate, unique factions, so you can't just start blending stuff together. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I think there's some units that may cross over, but they'll be very specifically in the army building side.
But they'll have the rules changed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You would have to go in the army builder and check on the grave diggers and see if they're even there. So yeah, you're absolutely correct, Darren. Mr. Watson. Yep. But yeah, am I sad I picked what I picked though? Not at all. I love Orgoth. They're actually turned out to be all on 40mm bases. So I jokingly call them naughty trolls. I have one unit on 30mm bases, so they're big boys. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my monstrosity. I kind of like how they're very Scorn, but bigger.
What's Is it your faction that looks like necromancers?
That's the Crix.
That's Crix. That's what I was originally going to do was Crix. I was going to get Crix because, I mean, Jesus Christ, it's skeleton. They're just undead. It's steampunk undead. It's such a.
It's the old Crix that I loved because I didn't like the Pirates of Scar. I didn't like the Bane Span.
Yeah,
that's really back, baby.
I liked all the scrap. Like basically, I'm going to make zombies, but with mechanical parts.
Yeah, I was really tempted by that one faction. That's one that I was like, I really like the Warjack or Dusk.
Oh, that's the other faction. Maybe I should give Dusk a harder look, but I don't really like the Dusk Jacks. But like Dusk do look really cool.
The only reason I like it because it kind of gives me that. What's the big old mech show? The Japanese mech show. Gundam Wing. It gives me that real Gundam Wing feel. I don't know why. I like it.
Yeah, no, I think they're really cool. I do like Dusk. Dusk are really cool. But I'm surprisingly happy with my Orgoth. They don't feel like a War Machine faction, which is really strange to say. They feel like I should have War Beasts, like I should be a Horde faction. But then they have Warjacks, and it's like, whoa. But now they've just I'm looking forward to getting my monstrosity, and I hope to see more monstrosities in the future because I really do like the idea of meat machines. Like basically they've strapped all the mechs to turn them into huge cortex powered monsters, and we just do awful stuff to the creatures to make them into like basically war machines.
And then there's a big crab.
And then there's a big there's another new faction coming out, and we've seen the spoilers, and that looks like that does look a bit buggy, but I do think I personally, if I was going to gamble, and who doesn't love a gamble without money involved, because it's my favourite kind.
It's the only kind I can afford.
I've declared, and I'll say it now here again. My guess is Blightergast, because then it'll be weird monsters. And it'll be weird, fun monsters, and then we'll get to see like some cool new. Because one of them looks very dragony, but that could be 4 separate. I think it's one new faction, but technically, I mean, it could be like models from multiple upcoming factions. But I think it's going to be from one.
I feel like dragons will suit that.
This
what's the word, like Hydra-looking people? Like
yes, but also so the dragons are like this ancient race, and they're like they're truly immortal in this. Like the only way to kill a dragon is to eat its soul, which becomes crystallized, something called an Aethang, and that has happened a couple of times. And there was basically a dying dragon, and a bunch of the other dragons came to get it. Crons. This is Russell's ghetto like Ratchet nonsense version. Please read the book properly if you want the real one. But long story short, one of the dragons that ate it was called Blightergast. And then he was like, I'm really cool and I have lots of power now. But one of the other dragons there was the leader of Crix, whose name's what's he called? Turok, yeah. That old PlayStation game which catches me off guard. Is it actually called Turok?
Yeah.
I was thinking I'm fighting dinosaurs. Yeah, remember Turok, yeah.
The old Nintendo game.
Yeah, it makes me think of Turok, yeah. So, Yeah, Turok like nicked off. I think Everblight gets aced. He was one of the dragons, and now now Blightagast's like chilling somewhere, but they corrupt things, that they take things over. So Turok's thing is he kind of turns everyone into like necromantic zombie people. So he's got that real black dragon, like swamp dragon feel, where it's all like, but they all live in a volcano. But like the example of that is you have Kruger, who you've seen, who's like the herald of Blightagast or whatever. And I feel like we could end up with a bunch of evil monster things because they corrupt what they touch. Which Chimera is meant to represent like. I can't remember if it was Darren told me this lore. I think it was actually Gareth was mentioning like that they're like Blightagast. No, Everblight could. I mean, it could be Everblight coming back. Legitimately, it could be Everblight coming back. But one of them kind of reminded me of the bug monster that Scorn used to have.
Oh, the Rockets.
Which, I mean, they were super cool, but I'm not buying all of Scorn for one bug model.
Yeah.
Yes, you will.
I mean, I'll buy the bug model. I'll buy the bug model. If they release a bug faction, then yeah, Russell's about to sell his boys and like to basically just to generate enough money to then reinvest in the next army of bug people.
It's either bugs or it's goblins. I think that's what you're like sucker for.
No, Goblins was just GW because I am like that's my childhood right there. Like my first ever faction 4 Games Workshop was it was Orcs and Goblins.
Ben's joined us.
Read Dragonfall on the app. I will. I know someone. I am Gareth and I were talking about it, and he was telling me something about like the stuff. I do need to read more of the lore. I used to be an absolute like troll lore. My factions lore. Yeah, no, I was top notch on troll lore and some of the other lore. Like I love the old troll bloods lore. It was like I loved it. Like I love the kind of Celtic vibe, all about like the power of the blood. I loved all the fights where Doomshaper would basically go to another big huge mountain troll, like another big huge troll, and be like, he would have that little like weird dance off where basically one punched. I think it was Moog punched him, and he didn't die. So Moog was like, "Me and you, we're homies now. We're like best friends forever." He's like, "I'm healing slowly, but this hurts." Yeah, but like it was like he met someone as grumpy and hate-filled as him, and they became best friends. Yeah. So I do look forward to seeing the rest of the trolls. That's where I might get envy again. No, I'm not. I'm not going to get envy. I'm so done with them. Like they're great faction, but I genuinely can't paint any more fucking blue.
Yeah. You know when like there's that meme. It's like I'm finally in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back in it.
Yeah. No, I don't think I can. Like a little part of me thinks about it, but then another part of me's like, "Nah, I'm cool, thanks."
So when are you going to become a troll player or something?
I'm not a real troll player anymore now. I'm subpar person. Cannot play trolls anymore.
I am a troll player now.
You had a troll. That's why I passed on the dice, Darren. I gave you my old troll dice.
Right.
It was like me passing on the mantle of troll player. And like you get them while they're not absolutely. They weren't terrible. They just weren't as like. They just felt a bit. Now they feel very direction. I like them a lot more now. I think anyone who picks up trolls now will enjoy trolls. The pigs are absolutely hilarious. The beasts are fantastic. Chompers is the new plastic set coming out, which looks unreal. Big fan of Chompers. Hello, friends. Oh, you're right, Daryl. Yeah. Oh, big fan of Chompers. He's smashing.
Chum.
Is it Chum? Oh, I thought it was Chompers. Oh, the big shark one.
Chum.
Oh, well, hopefully we'll get that stuff this week, right?
That
stuff's
the end of March.
Oh, is it the end of March?
But
we're getting some other stuff before then.
Yeah.
It just gives me a chance to paint the stuff I've got.
Yeah. I think we've been doing a good job getting through it, though. Like,
I'm alright. I just need to finish off my Marauders.
just work harder. I don't play video games. I mean, I don't have like. I genuinely I play on a Sunday night and I play a little bit of what's it called, man? Hunt Showdown.
Mm-hmm.
Or as I like to call it, Russell Showdown.
Right.
27th.
I am in Deep Infinity.
Ben, what's your favourite faction? What are you playing in War Machine?
bet he's not allowed to answer. Not allowed to answer.
Pick your favourite faction, Ben. Make a same day as Gravedigger's Command Starter and Battle Box. Daryl is Circle getting released? We don't know, Daryl. In all honesty, I'm not going to Night Models TM you, but I'm just going to say possibly. Ben, all of them. All of his factions are his. Oh, he went for the lots. What's your favourite food? Lots. He went for the lots option.
The Kubo.
Yeah, the keto. What was it? What's the dog? Kubo, the Kubo choice. Ben, to your knowledge, when do you know if Circle has been released? If not, can you just say like, oh, we don't know, maybe. TM.
Circle in its current form only exists at.
Yeah, because Circle kind of got smashed, right? I think they're kind of gone. That'll teach them for being hippies, living in woods, trying to live off the grid. That'll teach them.
Yeah, they weren't vengeful or anything.
They should have worshipped Junior more. If they'd stop worshipping the naughty worm. He's so naughty.
Were you still talking about War Machine?
Yeah. So one of the old Hordes factions was called the Retribution. No, it was called Circle of Oribus. When one of the things, so they kind of worship Mother Earth, which is Dunia, which is why them and the trolls kind of got along. But the other part of their belief was to worship the worm. Like I think it was called like the All Father or something. But it was like basically like life and destruction.
Naughty worm, apparently.
Naughty worm. And that's where you got the Ravagers from, who are all like, and that's where Kruger was from. So you had like the savage primal like chomp 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 consume everything part, and then you had them all like, and they were kind of meant to be the balance between the two. That's how I saw them personally. Like they're like life and they're like destruction, and both had to be held in balance. And some of them were more Dunia, and some of them were more Ravager, and the true point was that the Druids were meant to be the middle ground, but I think they ended up being a bit more not the middle ground. They were like, you can still play Old Circle in Prime. That is true. You can still play Circle of Oribus in Prime if you go to Prime and under. But that's if you have the models. But I don't think that. But not in Mark 4 army. But no Mark 4 army. Yeah, it could come, but Daryl, we can't confirm. Like, I mean, I don't think Ben would even. I mean, if it's not on the horizon, that's for sure. Circle's dead.
So is everything getting done in plastic now?
I don't know.
The starter sets are definitely in plastic.
Yeah, the two starter sets that have been released. Is Gravediggers in plastic though?
I do not know. Ben might answer that one.
Deep Sadness, true, Daryl. Deep. I mean, just play. I'm like, no, I did like Circle, but also I got bullied by Circle so much. They can kind of like, yeah. Oh, I'm playing. I mean, I did play Balder, so I was like, "Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me." But yeah, I did play Circle near the end for a little bit.
Oh, it was Bradagus. Well, that wasn't the problem. It was Bradagus.
What the flip of Gravediggers? Gravediggers are part of the Signar. So Signar, as they are now. So basically, the way the game works now is, Ben can obviously please feel free to use the. Gravediggers are resin. Signar Trencher Army. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Yeah. So the way it works is like each faction has like kind of. It's kind of like tier lists, but not like a way like sub factions. Yeah, they have themes. Yeah, so now you build your list around. If you play Signar, you might be like, oh, I'm more into the Signar. Like, what's the? I don't know Signar. They're blue and look like America. I do not care.
The Storm Legion. That's correct.
Yeah, the Storm Legion or. Bah, yeah, exactly. Who cares about
Gravediggers?
Gravediggers. They're very paratroopery now.
Yeah.
I'm much more. I like Orgoth. I like Crix. There's not many factions. Storm Legion is the other Signar army. Yeah. So it counts on what flavour of Signar you want to do. Do you want to be all knightly and electric, or do you want to be all?
I'm going to murder you in your sleep and put you in a hole.
Yeah.
No, the Gravediggers are anti-undead, which I was like. Sean was like, "Oh, look, the Gravediggers are all." I was like, "All right, so you're going to get the anti-undead when I'm just getting the undead."
I always see the. I mean, in my head, here we go. Yeah, they parachute in, have airdrops. I think if you see one of the pieces of artwork as well, you can see one of the airships that dropping them off, and it looks very cool. Big fan of
their like monstrosity thing.
No, it won't be. I mean, maybe potentially, but it was more just like it was just a cool piece of artwork. You probably won't get them because it's what drops them in, so it's probably too massive. But yeah, they parachute in, have airdrops. Yeah, they're super cool. I like that idea. No one likes the good. They're not the good. When was America ever good? Like the good are I truly but still believe this. The only good faction are trolls. I will still defend this to this day. A displaced race of native people who are fighting for survival sound like the only good faction there. Because like Signar's just capitalists, America, Kador's just the weirdo dark elves, cactus. The weirdo dark elves. Oh, who they are? Dusk. Oh, I like the look of Dusk. I think Dusk. They're like vampires now. They're like everything went wrong for the Dusk. Retribution of Syra had the darkest timeline. It's like, man, if elves could only.
The one harvest to just listen.
Well, yeah. Whenever they just fallen in line.
They were very big on the post-birth abortions.
Yeah, real big on it. I have Circle or Gators in the flesh. Yeah, I mean, if you look on, so you get the app. If you download the app and you go to Prime, so build army, and then press the push button at the bottom, and then press Prime, or Prime and then the push button at the bottom, you'll basically be able to pick from legacy armies, or armies of legend, and that's where I could play like my old Trollbloods, or you could play your old Gators or your old Circle.
Well, it depends if you've got the casters.
Yeah, it depends if you've got the cast and stuff. Like, yeah, you can have a look, see what's there. There's normally two sides of it as well. So there'll be like two different flavours of Circle. There'll probably be more Ravagery and less Ravagery. I assume with Circle. Have not looked. Don't quote me on that one. I've finally got the upload.
You can play all of the models you used to own. You can
yeah, you're just going to play them in different groups. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Proceed. Okay, here we go. So there's no. This is cards. So yes, you have the Devourer Host and the Secret Dominion. So the Devourer Host has loading army. Oh. Devourer Host has Iona the Unseen, Chromac the Champion of the Worm, Tanith the Feral Song, and Wormwood, and Cassius the Oath Keeper. Yeah, it's pretty much everything, right? It's a good chunk. Should we have a look what the Secret Dominion have? I like the aesthetic of Dusk.
They did it ages ago, even when Privateer Press had it, but they took out the absolute bullshit cast.
Yeah, I mean, you can still play Balder, Bradigus, Grail, and Kruger, but like now it's you just play one of them. But if you have one of the Krugers, like just play the Kruger. Like no one's going to be that. Like, the Pureblood Warp Wolf. Oh, the Walled Weird. Oh, the Walled Weird. The little tree. The little tree people.
I actually really like the Dusk, Daryl.
I think he said he liked the aesthetic, doesn't he? No, I'd buy them if they were available. I don't have them.
He doesn't like the aesthetic of the Dusk.
That's fair. I mean, that's like.
We all have like themes that we like. Because I don't like the aesthetic of like the kid or the.
Really?
I just don't like the human-y aesthetic in this. I prefer the weirder things.
I love the woman riding the yak.
Yeah, I like that.
Morena.
Have you seen the woman riding the bear?
Yeah. That is awesome. Such a good model.
Riding the bear. I can't make the joke I want to make, but you know the joke I want to make.
The fifth incarnation of Butcher.
Yeah, he works for the Orgoth.
Yeah, he's so great. Butcher 5 or Ursus the Betrayed.
I can get Lilith 5. I'm sure I had Lilith when I had Everblight.
Yeah, Lilith. Yeah. So there you go. I'll hold it to the camera. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I should hold this up to the camera. I mean, it's all free. Yeah. You have Ursus the Betrayed, Butcher 5. Oh, good night, Ben. Thank you very much for popping along.
Ben.
Sleep well, Ben.
Streams. Oh, no, it's back.
Wow. Yeah, Ursus the Betrayed, Butcher 5, 50mm base, impact attacks. It's full of murder. I wanted to get him, but Kieran can't get him yet. TM soon.
No, I need my guy on the shark.
Yeah, we need Jump the Shark, definitely.
Well,
You got a crocodile, though.
Got a crocodile. I when this arrives, I will have all my casters but Ursus the Betrayed. I will have Sebreth, the Eternal Annihilation. Oriax, the Soul Slayer. I've got Kishtar, the Howling
Silence.
Silence.
That's a Daryl. Ben's sticking around.
Oh, but okay. Oh, is Daryl?
Yeah.
Night, Daryl. Oh, is it night, Daryl? I gotta go. Have a good night, lads. Oh, Daryl, thank you for popping along. It was a mate. Oh, what is?
how was the Conquest?
I really had fun. I did mid at best. I won a game. I just didn't feel like I deserved to win. Like, I actually won a game against a much better player than me because literally I have an ability right now where my faction can take an objective very early on because lights can't score, but I have a spell that just says this unit is no longer a light unit. It is now a medium unit for the purpose of scoring. And I can cast it on anyone on an objective because my spell range becomes on the objective. It's a biomancy. So I don't even have to roll it, it just happens. And I have a unit that on turn 1 can advance 20 inches up the board. So turn 2 I'm on an objective and I'm just like, cool, it now scores. And my opponent might only have like a couple of units on the board by then. I'm like, you're definitely not touching my objectives though. Yeah, so...
Do you still cut it pestilence or something on yourself and you spread it across? Did you still do that?
Yes.
What, IRL? Yeah, he does.
IRL, yes. In game, not really. It's not really what you can sort of do it. So basically, just made it. They just made it burning like it's. If you end in combat with me, I can do it, but it's nowhere near as vicious as it used to be. They kind of Spire, the faction I play, are in a bit of an odd place at the moment. They're not terrible, but they're not like a lot of factions have been updated. And Spire, Dwagum, I think are going to be next. Then it's going to be Spire. Then it's going to be Sorcerer Kings.
So have the Dwagum been nerfed yet?
No, of course not. Dwagum is still great. Like they're just a bit boring.
When they played against me, they actually ripped me apart.
I don't think they're as strong as they were then because there's obviously been a lot of changes and they're very much good at updating. So yeah, but it was very good fun. Everyone I played against was amazing. It was impressive to see how far people travelled. But I tell you what I did today. I had a look on Longshanks for like the first time in a while, and I was I don't know why. I think I was looking at when there was an event on, and it was actually amazing. There's like quite a few places got like War Machine events on. I know we should definitely, when you get ready to host them, we should
do it tomorrow. The event.
Oh,
yeah.
for the event of tomorrow.
I was going to say,
for the end of
get on it.
Yeah,
because, I'm not saying because I don't want.
Yeah. Well, there are lots of people like posting events.
No, I'm already expecting that, Watson. I mean, I talked to you before, and I know what's coming. Like, to be honest, like, can't compete. So I will just do me, and I'll continue doing me well.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you can do. Listen, more events is more good because the more the community grows.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, people will come here and we'll play lots of events. We'll have lots of fun. I am looking forward to playing events here. I love my Orgoth, and I want to push them around the table. And I will happily. I know the Outpost had events on, which I was quite like, what?
I was talking to Darren about it last night.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
The first event's going to be a Saturday evening, and it was March the... Darren, help me out.
I don't know, you didn't tell me.
We talked about it. We're talking to you.
They give me a date, though.
I asked you for a date.
Was it like the 23rd or the 24th or something? Somewhere around.
It was Saturday when we were all able to be over.
Or is that the weekend I'm away? I don't know.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, yeah, true. I could be net runnering then, but I do like a good net runner.
You like to run it, wasn't it?
I do. I'm repping. I want Kieran to print me some net.
No, don't be repping big games. I've seen your record so far.
Yeah, but I played some Beyblade and did okay at that, right?
Beyblade. Oh, dear.
Yeah. Jocelyn bought me them because I literally told them about so I told her, I was like, I'm not buying one. I've been bullied enough. So Jocelyn was like, got you bitch, and bought me one basically. A Beyblade, yeah. I have a Beyblade, and it was an aggressive. I didn't know that. I don't know anything about Beyblades.
I haven't played it since I was like 8. So.
I haven't played.
All I remember is you have to shout, "Let it rip," and not shit yourself.
Yeah. The challenge as I get older becomes more difficult. It was very funny. We actually had an amazing day. I love playing Netrunner. I took 2 decks I was not very confident with and didn't do well, so who's surprised?
How did she do that tournament in Europe she went to after Netrunner?
I have to check up with her. I have asked her about it, and I think she had a really amazing time. and she is amazing at the L5 at the Legend. I don't think she's as competitive as she was when she originally played it, but I think she had a really good time. I know her and their friend Noodle Soup. I always remember the username Cobra Bubbles, so we'll use the name Cobra Bubbles, who is a big part of the Netrunner community, was there with them, so they had a lovely time and had a great fun, and they went.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long road. Yeah, because obviously I'm super pumped for Worlds Netrunner this year, which I'm going to be going to in Scotland.
Are you guys coming to the Expo?
I don't think I'm going to go to Expo this year. I mean, if you want to drag me along to an Expo for a bit, I will gladly join you. But me and Helen were trying to save some money because it turns out this Games Expo thing gets real expensive real fast. And we want to try and save, and then maybe next year go to go to Games Expo, but do it like maybe stay in the hotel across the way.
Oh,
Is that the one in Germany?
Spiel, yeah, Spiel is in Essen.
yeah.
Spiel is in Essen, and it literally means play. It means the word play. Sorry, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm staying an hour away this time, but we're kind of like, I go to Expo for work.
Yeah, so you're going for the work day.
And then, because it's Neve's birthday around the same time, we figured since I'm halfway down the country anyway, and everyone's off school, why don't we just get a house down that way and somewhere that's a bit nicer than Birmingham.
Buy a house, Jesus.
No, like get
an Airbnb.
Like get an Airbnb.
That's commitment. I'm still in the job's doing that well.
That would actually be a really good
It's
idea.
not.
Get an
It's
Airbnb.
And
Aww.
like we'll take Neve to Harry Potter World because that's an hour. In the other
Harry
direction,
Potter.
because that's what she wants to do for her birthday. So
Oh, Harry
not
Potter.
only do I get to play games, I get to go and be a
Harry
wizard.
Potter.
I gotta go be a wizard. You're a wizard, Bradwell. You're not Bradwell. You're a wizard, Hepburn. Or what
You're
house
a
are you?
wizard,
Do you know what house you
Bradwell.
are, Kieran?
Put your wand away, Brad.
Death Eater.
He never has his wand out these days. Don't worry. His wand's sealed.
He got it out once and his conjuring spell went off.
Yeah, he's done enough conjuration magic.
Jesus Christ, guys, we're on.
Yeah. Oh, serious question. Do you actually know what house you are? Are you going to learn? Are you going to join in and like get all the silliness done?
Hey, every time I've done it and so I've played like the Hogwarts Legacy. And
Yeah.
stuff, I always keep coming up with Ravenclaw,
Whoa, big brains, Bradwell. Do you know what house I am?
Hufflepuff.
100%, yeah.
Always on fire.
I always make a joke that we rely on greater numbers, and also like, what we do is we don't actually know magic. We just sharpen our wands into shivs and just like, get out, Potter! No one ever sees us coming. We have a quality that no one else has, which is numbers.
Yeah, the second playthrough I did of Hogwarts Legacy, I deliberately.
But my
forced myself
favourite
into
Harry
Slytherin.
Potter character, if I had to pick one, was originally a Hufflepuff, and that is Newt Scamander.
Yeah, I love Newt.
I love Newt Scamander. He's like, I mean, come on, it's an animal conservationist character. Like that's super cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, so I like Newt
So I
Scamander.
really like those films. I think they got away from it. I like the first one of those films. The second one was fine.
I haven't seen any of them after the first. I'd watch them because I like Newt
It's
Scamander.
not speaking about magical beasts after the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean,
doesn't he have
they feature randomly, but it's definitely not them.
Well,
about
it
them.
was never meant to be about magical beasts, though, because it's meant to be about the rise of Grindelwald, I think, and then his inevitable fall, I think.
Yeah, but
And a bit of Dumbledore's.
Yeah, well,
like, history.
Dumbledore was Grindelwald's lover, so that makes sense.
the beasts were what made it, aren't they? Like,
Yeah, but I would rather watch a film called like Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them Part 1, 2, and 3, where it's just him going around going, oh bloody hell, another crazy penguin wizard
Steve
thing.
Irwin.
Yeah. Here we are, New Scamander in the outback.
diving on things in the river.
Yeah, he's just like just jumping off a
This
cliff like.
will leave everybody alone unless you poke it with a one. Let's poke it with a one.
Oh, get it, boys! Oh, it'd be so amazing.
That's the trick there.
They've actually, yeah, I absolutely love the idea of Newt Scamander as been like the animal conservationist, because like it's very like he doesn't really care about like the wizardy world. He just wants to go around and protect animals. Classic line from the first one.
And then the third movie you can get done in by Buy a magical spicy bath mat.
Is that one of the creatures, a magical spicy bath mat?
No, he's just making a joke about Steve Irwin getting stingrayed.
Oh, god damn.
I like to imagine he's like, oh, and we've got the magical creature here. It's the gator snapper. It's actually just an alligator and it just eats him.
yeah. It's just the delusions of an unwell mind. Yeah.
This here called the basilisk. If you look into its eyes, it turns you to stone. Let's have a staring contest.
Through sheer force of will. Yeah. Oh, Steve Irwin. I mean, his son's actually amazing as well, though.
His son is just him incarnate.
Yeah. I think there's I watched.
I feel like he's definitely less crazy than his dad.
Yeah.
But he's not diving on animals every 2 seconds.
Well.
So yeah, he's not exactly jumping into wild oceans or rivers or whatever.
But yeah, because his dad died that way, so he'll probably not.
Yeah, but he's still got that level of
family tradition. You know how to start a tradition, don't you?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair with you though, he does have a very he is very cool. Like I still think he's super awesome. God, I hope nothing terrible comes out about him. Like I don't even feel comfortable talking about JK, but yeah.
Like jokes.
Let's separate artists from work, shall we? Let's separate artists from work. But yeah, super excited to play more. Oh, can I get these done tonight?
But I remembered that we're on.
yeah. Let's not do anything like that.
Baby, are you all right?
Yeah, baby,
This video will exist.
Yeah, that's why I'm distancing myself.
I want to state now, the opinions of the people talking in this video
don't even represent me. Yeah, they don't even represent me. I don't want to be. I will.
All this company.
I disagree with everything that's about to be said in all legal ways. Oh,
I mean, I am a clone of Russell, so.
How can you be a clone of Russell and older than me?
Is he older than you?
Yeah, Watson's I think a month older than me. And Helen's a month older than Watson.
Whoa, what are you bringing Helen into this for?
No, I just remembered that. That happened to pop into my brain. I was like, oh yeah.
So that's how you remember Helen's birthday. When's Watson's birthday?
-1 month. No. You know why I remember Helen's birthday? Because it's the laziest thing ever. I am blessed in that aspect of my life.
Well, Russell and Watson, are you ready for Happy Christmas? Because that's coming soon.
Merry
Yes,
Christmas.
we are definitely going to celebrate. You can't celebrate, though.
No, I can't.
No, you can't. Yeah, we can. We go out. We have a Christmas Day meal, and we all run into the street and say, "Merry Christmas, everyone." Merry Christmas, one and all. There's the film, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Is that with rum or without rum?
Oh.
What would be the Krampus to Kruns, though? What's the opposite of Krun?
Richard Dawkins. But green. You're a weird one. Richard Dawkins. I love that idea. What a douche that guy is. Yeah, I like Kronz. I don't like Richard Dawkins that much. None of the opinions represented by Russell Hunt affect big games or whatever. As I sit in the hoodie with my name on, where the owner of the shop doesn't even wear it. Yikes!
I'm representing.
Yeah,
working.
Oh, you have got a T-shirt though. Yeah. Have you took your woolly jumper?
Kieran's always got a farmer's jacket on.
I know. Yeah, I know. I mean, Frey's just as bad though. Frey loves wearing her big coat.
She's still watching.
He wears a farmer's coat now because he's got to herd loads of animals around him on.
Yeah, true.
Do you still have that leather coat, Redwell?
Yeah. He still has, the leather coat with all the pockets. You still have that, don't you?
Hello, Ashley.
Ashley.
The one where it was in the middle of summer in the battle bunker, and we were in the hot room, and he was like, "I'm too warm in here. I hate it in here." Wearing a jumper and a thick leather coat.
Yeah. Have you ever considered taking them on off? No, I hate summer. It's so warm. He says, wrapped in basically one of those heat preserving blankets.
They are painting War Machine tonight.
Oh, hi, Ashley.
Oh,
right?
Ashley's painting War Machine. Ooh.
Ashley's Pokemon. Ashley's on Pokemon.
Oh, what you paint? Oh, we're painting War Machine. Oh, was Ashley who was in earlier?
No, that was Kate.
Okay, that was Kate.
Ashley comes in and she rips back. She was in on Pokemon Day and she basically like gathered like a massive crowd of the youngins over there because she brought her trade binders down. She was trading really favourably with them. It was awesome actually. Like it was really cool because I was a bit underprepared for Pokemon Day, so my trade binders are really crap. But then she came waltzing in with these amazing trade binders and just kind of
I'm the Pokemon nerd. I mean, you're in equal or fair company there. Like, I mean, you don't need to add nerd. You just be like, I'm the Pokemon person at this point. Like, we're all nerds here. Yeah, it's like as we paint our tiny dollies, like, and I'm like, oh, I've got my cards and my dollies. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, don't worry. We're all you're in fine company. There we go. There's all the gold trim done.
But yeah, I think I'm getting a delivery tomorrow, Ashley, for you. Funnily enough,
Poggers.
But it will go fast. So
it will go fast.
Will go fast, Bert.
yeah.
Go Bert. Pokemon does go Bert fast. I need to see when does my Charizard deck become less legal?
No, you're not allowed.
What?
Yeah, I have a Charizard deck, but like some of the cards might rotate. I'm looking forward to coming down this week. Yay!
Now, do I just leave my big wobbly seas of the gold, Russell, and just do some scales in the green because they're more creaturey, or do I go down the gold route with my stupid sorcery thing?
Let's have a look.
I've snapped some of this flare off its back, but it's fine.
I don't know, actually, buddy.
I'm not sure. I don't know if I keep them as like more creaturey.
I think it is meant to be creaturey. I think this one's meant to be creaturey. I think this is meant to be creaturey.
Right, it's being creaturey.
I
Creaturey
agree.
it is.
I think it'll look fine. It'll look good. What
What we got coming?
Pokemon.
Yeah, they sent out an offer and they were like, "Look, this is all the stock we've got left. Like, we're going to do everyone a deal. Like, you spend this much money and we'll send you stuff."
Oh, you mean stuff?
So there's like tins. There's some EX boxes. There is some prismatic in amongst that. There's like binders and poster collections. And I think there may be some ETBs. I'm not 100% sure what's left of them after.
These are a few of our favourite things.
But there is stuff. And yeah, there's like, Pokeball tin ball things. With
Oh.
stuff in and whatever else they're sending. I can take a look at the order list. But I like opening those packages as if it's like present day to me.
Oh.
So I'm like, whoa, what's in this order? And
what have I spent all my money on now? Oh, no. Oh, God.
No, what I think is the Planet 8 being.
Well, this week I opened up a box and it contained Finspan. Lots of it.
Oh, yeah, you bought quite a bit of Finspan, yeah.
Quite a bit of Finspan. Most of them are gone now. I think I've got 2 left.
Really, it does look super cool. And
It's really good.
I love dragons. I'm a huge dragon person. I'm interested in a binding collection.
Binder collection.
Oh, yeah.
But Finspan, the shot.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I was going to say.
Octopuses.
So, actually, I was more interested in Finspan, because I was going to say, I love dragons, but I actually was kind of more interested in Wingspan, because I really like the art, like the photographer. I really like the art of Wingspan.
I live vicariously through my customers.
Imagine yourself opening it, and so it doesn't hurt as much when you sell it.
I learned a tough lesson early on when things kept coming and I kept opening them. It's not good for business.
It's like that. It's like the song where the years stop coming and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. And Kieran just starts crying and saying that same lyric over and over
Sitting
again.
in piles of trading cards. And look at all this. Oh, how do I make that money back?
Hawk it all, baby.
Yeah. Sadness.
Like real Pokemon, you sell them for profit. What? Wait.
Hang on. What game you be playing?
Pokemon.
Team Rocket.
Team Rocket. Oh, I do love a bit of Team Rocket. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, so actually does fight humor. Yeah. Are they all still there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, are we who's painting? Raise your hand.
I have just finished inking up my Space Marines.
I'm looking
I am
forward to that set.
painting Dev's Infinity.
Oh, nice bit of Infinity. Bit of
Intro. Yeah.
join.
Getting some
True, actually.
getting some plastic kiddo on the weekend at Pid.
Oh, plastic kit, oh, is the 2-player Starbox plastic as well?
It is.
Well, oh yeah, is Ben still here?
Does Russell know that his head's like half the
I'm just curious. I was
we cover his face.
Yeah, I could. Oh yeah, I could. Is that covered for everyone else as well?
Yeah. So that's what they see.
Oh, okay, cool.
So they see that, and they can just see me sort of holding my painting away from the thing, so they can't actually.
Why don't you move the box over the other side?
What box?
The bit that's covering my head.
I mean, I can. I suppose.
I just realised because if you move it over the other side, won't it not cover you?
I mean, why is that box there anyway?
See what Kieran's painting. Enhance, Kieran. Zoom in on it.
I don't know how to do that. Right?
Oh, you don't know how to do that? Okay, cool. Wait, he could.
Has it moved for you? Has
God.
it literally moved? No.
Can you see me? So I've got like what's it called? Music that has no, like, you can just play it. It's got no. You can't. Yeah, that one. I was going to say non-profit, but that's not the word. Royalty free. I've got some top 10 music 2023 best songs that are royalty free. Just quietly playing
I
in the
don't know if I
background.
broke this. Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Did I fix the screen? Did it move?
It did move, yeah.
Nice.
Did you see it move?
Now we can see Russell's windswept hair.
Yeah, I went to the gym and then came here. So my hair, this is sweat. It's hot, isn't it? Back at the gym, trying to be a little less. The defattening has begun. The trying to lose some, working out, trying to eat a little better, trying to be a little better.
The kids will be fine now. They'll be happy. I mean,
You've got a front bottom. Yeah, they'll stop saying you've got fat legs.
They're still not quite over the
We've
fact
got
you told them to eat children.
I didn't tell them I ate children, or maybe I did tell them I ate children.
You did.
Yeah, probably.
You
And he's
don't
still
eat
really
salmon?
lippy though, because like Russell eats kids, and it's like, well, why haven't you learned some manners then? Sheesh. It's like Neve comes over and punches me in the belly or something. That's really funny. I can't make too many jokes about them. I don't want this to be recorded, and they're fantastic. I love them, but I also kind of love to like just bully them a little bit, just keep them tough. You know what I mean? Keep them on their toes.
I think she's going to be tough enough.
Not Neve. Well, maybe a little bit of Neve. Neve's more funny because Neve, you don't even have to really bully. You're just like, no, you can't touch the thing that's mine. And then he's like, what? And he's like, no, it's mine. Like, don't touch it. And then she's like, remember, just trying to steal my food from me. No comment. And she's
I
like,
remember
it was like we had like 20
we were at
Papa
McDonald's
Johns.
and that kid walked over and took Owen's dipping sauce.
That's class, that. Thomas is really fun. They're both fucking hilarious, really. Like, they're absolutely great.
Well, Thomas is the boss of the house now.
Yeah, the other night Thomas was informing. I think Kieran went like, "No, I'm out. You're in charge," and he took that very literally. So when Freya was like, we need to go to bed, Thomas was like, "I think I'm in charge. So you'll go to bed." And it's like, what? It's like, yeah, Dad said I'm in charge, so I'm in charge now. And it's like, oh.
You became Trump by that accent.
yeah. Now that Dad's
He does have tiny hands.
He has got tiny hands. And, yeah. Now, I can't even think how Trump sounds. I don't want to think about Trump, actually. That's the last thing I actually want to think about in my entire life. So, like, yeah, let's not bring that up. But yes, Thomas was, like, being a little dictator. Like, you go to bed now, Mum. I'm in charge. Get yourself to bed. And then he sat up. I would like to imagine reading the paper. Pretending to drink with apple juice, pouring himself apple juice, like.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. Yeah, school was hard. Yeah, I love that idea. Just sipping apple juice, having a great time. It makes like the Bob Burgers bit where Bob's son dresses up like him and starts impersonating him. That's so good. Oh my god, that'd be so funny if Thomas like shaved his head to be bald like you, and then like glued it on his face, like himself a beard, and then was like, brr. I don't think you're not as miserable as Bob though, but it'd be funny. Bob's Burgers reference for me and the 5 other people I've watched it. I don't think I was using light tone though. Why did I point out light tone? I think I was using fleece wash. Yeah. Oh. Not the sauce.
Oh, is Ben still here?
Yeah, Ben's here.
Yes. Oh, sorry, Ben. I did have a question for you. Have you got right? So this might also be a heated question for Ben as well. I love how I'm asking Ben the easy questions. Do you have a War Machine army yet, Ben? Have you picked a force? I know they're all your favourite, but out of the favourite, have you decided to monetarily invest in any of them yet, or? Ben's like, oh,
all
shut
of
up,
them.
all, yeah. I love them all too much to have picked one yet. Like, yeah, there's your answer, Ben. If you don't want to, I'm just curious.
I was just going to ask before Russell kindly interrupted me.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Is there a way to get printed versions of the stat cards or everything?
Oh, yeah, Ben would have heard you that.
I mean,
was
you can
playing
get
by
the
Marauders
printouts
army.
if you do it on the PC.
I will be painting the next army. Oh, ba ba ba. Oh, Ben, if you didn't hear, one of our many listeners asked, "Can you get the stat cards in a printable version?" Listen, it's mental health issues. Just let me live them. I'm too far down the road now to be fixed.
Because that's
You should be able to export the stats from the app and print them.
no, I'll have a go. Because trying to remember all the Crix rules is a nightmare on that app.
A bit like the isles in which they're from.
What?
They're from the Nightmare Isles, aren't they? That's where the Crix are from. I think.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's hilarious, Darren. We all laughed. Insert a laugh track now. Thanks, Kwanzaa. Yeah, Kwanzaa's involved. Kieran's laughing now of dismay. It counts. It still counts. You should be. Oh no, sorry, that aloud. Oh, so I'll be painting the next army. Ooh.
Definitely bugs as well, just as you finish.
Oh, shut up. It can't be bugs.
Imagine, just as you finish, the day you finish those models, I'm going to announce them.
It can't be bugs. It's not allowed to be bugs. I keep reading now, hoping that Ben's going to be like, it is bugs. And I'm like,
say it's not bugs, the more definite it's going to be bugs.
No, but yeah, it's like the more we say it's not bugs, like some sort of weird conjuration, the world starts to change around us. Yeah, probably. Not my luck. Yeah, it'll be bugs. It'll be some sort of... They'll have a bug in or something. A singular... Yeah, it'll be like, it's me, the bug that proves you wrong. Like, yeah. Oh, no, actually. But yeah, my hair's looking very... Look at that, bam. Look at that baldness sinking in. Not as bad as my co-host. Or star of the show, Kieran Bradwell.
I mean, you can't say Bradwell's got bad hair. He doesn't have any.
He can. It's weirdly he can
I
still have
either
a
have
bad.
a permanent bad head here, or I can never have them.
I think you can have a bad. It's when it grows out too long at the sides, you start looking like a nutty professor. You start looking like you're going to run in one day. And go like,
I know I've got my hair when I start looking homeless.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like he's going to run in.
Bad news for you, Russell, if it's growing out just from the sides.
Oh, Kieran's does look. It's just it grows out. It gets
Yeah,
Oh, I
but
thought
it
you
grows
loved
square.
yours.
Oh no, mine. No, mine grows everywhere. I shaved it all off. It's all grown back. I'm feeling pretty brave.
It's thinner, though.
Yeah,
It is. It
I
does
shaved
feel.
everything off last week.
Oh,
I am
yeah.
now sporting a Ned Flanders tash.
Oh, have you seen that metal band? That is all they do is sing Ned Flanders songs. They got like the white wine spritzer one is absolutely hilarious. Like white wine spritzer. Ben, how are you? What are you painting? Any specific Brian Blood Marauders?
I'm going to tell you the new one.
No, Brian Marauders. We're not going to talk about the new faction now. Ben can't tell me anything. And I mean, he's the mediaman. So that's his role, mediaman, like a 1920s like.
Just passively write the word bugs, Ben. Mean nothing by it.
Yeah. Just starts posting pictures of like insect emojis and winking, and it's like
I'm going to keep bugging Russell about it.
Yeah.
Kill yourself. Yeah. No, maybe that'll be the new Orgoth model. Maybe we'll get bugs.
Nah.
That's not how it works for you, Worcester. That's not how it goes down.
Trolls.
Yeah. We basically are with 40 mil base faction.
We got tough rolls.
Only our troll like models, only the big boys. They're like, I need to read some Orgoth lore. There's one, Ben. Give me an Orgoth lore book, Ben. If you know one, give me an Orgoth lore book.
I mean, on the app, there's a thing that talks about the background of the faction and all the models.
Marauder. Is that your favourite one, along with the Marauder crew? Is that what are the pig? What's the Marauder crew?
That's just the regular infantry that shoot you to death.
Oh, okay, yeah. What's the one that you
the
love?
ones that will delete a unit and then in return you'll casually just remove them from there.
Listen, that's a fair trade though. That's some fair trade trolls. What's the pig unit that you love though?
Oh, the ambushers, the boarding crew.
The pygmy boarding crew, great unit.
No,
great unit.
Never want to see them again.
So, I'm really excited so Ben, can you tell us any release dates for the new faction or anything like that? Is anything you can like hint at or?
There's a new faction,
which will be showing up in November at the
lore as the main.
Is it LAO?
Think Dark Rising Part 1 to 3 are free to read, which kicks off the story. Yeah, I probably have. Yeah, I remember the Orgoth many moons ago, but like having them back's quite interesting. I love their soul magic. Like, it's very dark.
What is your faction?
Well, like seafood boils. That's all.
Yeah.
Soul food.
Yeah. What
technically,
are they supposed to do? Like, what's their specialty? Like, they look melee or focused, like heavy armor.
I don't know. They kill stuff with stuff. I can't tell you anything. Wow.
Mine are like a glass cannon. Like, I can get quite a bit of...
If only there was a website at which explained a little bit about the Orgoth in their entirety. If only you could also read the dark technologies of Orgoth on the app. Ooh, that sounds fun. I actually will do that. That sounds... I will sit down and do that because I do...
Are they full books on the app or are they short stories?
I think they're quite chunky. I think they're more like short stories than like novella kind of thing rather than like full.
We're talking like 100-page things, like.
Should we have a look? Should we have a look right now? Should we have a look right now?
Yeah.
Right now. Oh wait, there we've got. Why am I looking at my tiny phone when we've got your big chonker tablet there? Also, when I've got like 6% battery in a dream.
Dream.
Oh, it's 9:54, Kieran.
Ooh,
and a dream.
I know. Do you want to go a little? Can go a little bit longer? I'm just like having such a lovely. Oh, jeezy Pete. Punch the numbers in, Chewy.
The phone numbers are you?
I know, but I barely remember my own. What chance do I ever remembering yours? Liberate. That's how you say that. Okay. Oh, Resurrection League, fiction, got factions. Here we go. Dark Rising Part 1. Would you like to download this? Oh, Kieran would love to download this publication. It's his favourite one. So this is Dark Rising, which was a Mark IV one. So my final place is the Forces of style thing to read. Okay. It's I don't know. It's more like a fun. Yeah. It's reasonable. Like it's not. Yeah. Oh gosh, there is quite a bit. Okay. I don't know how many pages there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god. Okay, like I don't know, like 5 or 6, but they're not like regular size because obviously. Oh, look at my boys! Ancient enemies have returned to the shores of the Iron Kingdoms. For the first time in centuries, the military might of the kingdoms of Kador will find itself challenged by an invading force from beyond the lands of the Western Immoran. Yeah. Dark Rising, Chapter 1, Dark Dawn. Oh gosh, the Russian name. Captain Ilaria Bolshevik lifted his mage-lock rifle to his shoulder and peered through the scope. His all commanding officer now in this minute war keep war mate with a nigger's call blah 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 blah. What do you say, Captain? A voice behind they're the Russian. But I'll do that voice instead. They can be my version of Russian, can't they? The invaders. This is really cool, yeah. Actually, I will get the chance to read this. I don't want to read too much. Because I don't know what we should be reading out loud. I don't know how that works. What else are we talking about? Oh yeah, if you go to their website, they have a little blurb, don't they, on each faction?
Yeah, I'd say
I want to
hit you anyone.
Oh. Steam. Oh, there we go. Your faction. And then if we go back to back to War Machine. Boo. Back to War Machine. Let's have a read what it says about the Orgoth. The Orgoth faction is War Machine's harkens back to the ancient, to their ancient malevolent conquerors. Is that where it tells me the stuff? Is this where it should be? Enslave monsters. The Orgoth are a terrifying combination of sorcery and savagery. Commanders of the Orgoth faction can leverage their fearsome strength to crush their enemies, reserving their ancient dominance. I mean, to me, it feels... I don't know. I'm not a competitive player, and I definitely haven't been playing this long enough to... It does feel like it has a good mixture of troops. It does feel like it uses a lot of boys. It likes its foot guys. I think its heavy hitters lie in stuff like the Nashers or the Ulkor, which are really cool, like bigger, more demonic looking chonkers. Should we see what it says about the Ulkor? Ulkor are savage, Ogren-like people who were long ago conquered by the Orgoth. Recognizing their fighting spirit and their inherent capacity for vicious brutality, the Orgoth welcome them into their armies. Though not into the infernal cults, they axes themselves are murderous combatants, eschewing all sense of personal safety, wading into battle with a pair of rough-hewn, long-handled axes to sever limbs and courage. Orgoth heavy infantry, tough, snacking, and unyielding. That doesn't mean they want to eat a lot, it means they do eat you when you die. So yeah, they do seem to have they have a very mixed arms. Like they have some really strong melee units, but they also have some good, a nice bit of shooting in there as well. They've got some pretty big heavy hitters. Yeah. I like them.
I need to take a look at that, actually.
I really like the Volkor Forger. He's one of the models I really like. I mean, let's not lie. I think Ben can agree. We all secretly love the Nalgast because you cannot create like Mecha Godzilla and make me not happy. Look at that thing. I don't know if anyone's ever seen this. This is the Nalgast. It's my big boy. And he's basically a kaiju with rockets attached, which just feels right. Yeah, so...
it's alright.
There's not enough tentacles for Darren, though.
It's not sexy enough.
It's not cheesy, Pete. Yep.
Not the sexy troll.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's enormous. I'm not contributing. I'm being good. And I want you to know it actually hurts me to be good. The Southern Krills. Is that what they're called? The Southern Krills? Yeah. Yeah, the Frogoos now as well. You get the little frog people.
They're in the auxiliary box room, I think.
They are part of their faction. They're part of the Southern... Because basically, I think that the trolls were literally displaced onto this island offside the... And the troll...
I nearly went down.
Yeah, the various creatures from zoo and that.
Yeah, they're really cool. They were in originally, weren't they? Like they did have in the frog unit, didn't they? That worked for the blind water congregation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were in the law, and like they were a part of a. There's one that rides a freaking turtle.
Yeah. There's a bag of Wazza or something.
Oh, I don't have a clue. I just saw there was. I just realised he was riding a tiny turtle. It instantly fell in love with him. Yeah, is it Morgabwaza?
There's some interesting naming choices have gone into some of these.
Morgabwaza. Varoga, that's pretty simple. Bagabdibador. Oh, what the frick?
Boom, boom. Boom howlers.
Bawum. Dibawum. Bagadibawum. It's a great name. I absolutely love him. It was trying to if I felt like a dog trying to eat toffee, trying to work out exactly how I might say it, but
Right, so we are at 10 o'clock.
Oh, it's 10:01, everyone.
So, I'm going to call it here for the stream.
For the stream? Oh, let me put my wash on first, you.
And I'm going to head home. Because...
To your family and loved ones? Ugh.
Yeah, precisely.
Oh, God, it's always about you, isn't it? Your family and loved ones.
Yeah.
Oh. What have you got done tonight before we actually disappear forever?
So tonight, like, I've done a few minor details on the bigger things just to put some like some fluorescent eyes on them, just to make them pop a little bit more. I now really want to go and get a fluorescent green though for those tubes and the stuff in the.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
I thought I had one. I'll have a look around tomorrow. So I'm not just hiding out the back, digging through all my stuff.
Yeah.
Whilst on stream.
Yeah.
Because that Pro Acryl fluorescent orange is incredible.
Yeah, that looked really cool. Oh.
But other than that, I've basically all but 2 models put scales on. So I'm not getting very far. But
I think it's looking good. Like we've made progress, right? I mean, like, we are
painting 2 colours, right? And battle ready, GW's terms, like tabletop ready, is free.
I mean, listen, you paint until you're happy with your models, right? Like we're not aiming to be. We're regular peeps.
Mate, if I get an army painted for something, that's more than I've done in. Well, that's a lie. Actually, I did some Warcraft, but. I don't think I've got a full army's worth of Warcraft. I think I've just got starter set. I painted the starter set. That's one half of the starter set.
Yeah.
What was the last army I fully painted? My ghouls. I've got my ghouls are painted for Sigma.
The Sigma.
I mean, I've got a lot of painted Batman, but I did that over many years.
Many moons. I mean, it's one of those things with Batman.
Your Lumineth were fully painted.
Yeah, I sold them. Gutted. I actually spent a lot of time on those.
When did you sell your Lumineth? Was it a while ago? Was it recently?
It was
September 2008. The Great Fall of Lumineth. Sorry, I'm saying nonsense. Was it long ago?
I just had a moment and I just eBayed them.
You're like, I hate elves now. Dwarfs are the best. Obviously, true facts.
No. I don't know. They were like a lockdown project, so I painted them all up, and they kept me entertained through lockdown. But they just weren't wood elves.
True, they are. That is actually a fact. They are not wood elves.
Yeah, they just weren't wood elves.
Yeah.
They got gianted a lot as well. To be fair.
The what?
Giganted.
No, well,
they did get giganted a lot.
I thought they were quite good though. They were very cool. They had a lot of cool.
So I think I fell out of I loved them. But I fell out of love with them after I followed Darren's advice and made somebody almost rage quit the game.
You're sure you don't have the soul of a warrior kind of thing?
Well, it was just that Beast Claw Raider thing, and Darren pointed out. He's like, "Look at these 2 spells, Kieran." Now, I'm not going to say this will be a pleasant experience, but if you utilise this combination against all of those Beastclaw Raiders in this tournament, they're not going to have a fun time. And my first opponent literally left the table saying that is the worst game I've ever played in my entire life.
Ooh,
and I'm not that person.
More sportsman, you say?
Like,
I mean, you literally asked me, how do I make this more competitive?
Yeah, well, it maybe became a little bit on the side of like not even me rolling to win. It was basically me saying, "You're not doing anything."
Without involving dice, perfectly balanced game.
Yeah, that's because of
perfectly balanced.
Well, Teclis did that, and he took away the dice rolls. He's like, "Yeah, I'm only going to cast 2 spells," and they both cast on a 12. So here we go. This spell that you can't do anything about, and this spell you can't do anything about. And now, as a ogre with -2 bravery, you have to pass a bravery roll before you walk, run, charge, shoot, fight, and if you don't, you just don't do that thing. And then they hit their entire army.
Double command point usage.
Yeah, no command point. Yeah, they hit their entire army. It was awful. They were like bravery 4, like they had to roll like 2d6 and not roll under a 4, and not roll over a 4.
Yeah, but they clearly weren't Russell, because I feel like that would be my superpower. I'd be like, "Oh, your spell does nothing here, stranger from afar."
But it was in that game, like obviously they had Kragnos. He was brand new. He was a super demon
Kragnos!
thing, and the only model they managed to move was Kragnos into the middle, and Kragnos had to tank my entire army on his own, and he did not fare well.
No, Kragnos. He probably did. Yeah, a whole army.
And I think it was an incredibly miserable experience for this person, and I do feel bad about it. And it's the first time I've sort of played like that, except for Sidestep.
Except for Sidestep. And then remember when you made a character have like 20 something armor, but for nothing, and then like you could just bully everyone again.
Hodge.
Yeah. Remember you were like, "Oh,
I had to work together.
I'm sick of being ridiculous. I'll play Hodge now." And it was like, "Oh, I see you found another ridiculous model to base your whole faction around." Cool.
I think it wasn't even a 200-point model.
Yeah, no, that was
my
the
200-point model.
What an awful name for a model.
My 200-point model, not good in that game.
Yeah. I mean, not gonna lie, I was getting all the models I dreamed of, and then the game died. So like, it was like, finally, I'll be able to teach you all. Russell's the bad guy now, and then it was like, oh, cancel the game.
When you do kill games.
So I mean, look at Sevenfall.
That is my superpower.
Sevenfall, and it was the
Russell killed it. You got involved in it. Just wait, Netrunner's going to implode shortly.
No, there's another game I'm painting right now, which I could. I may be the Grim Reaper of games, so.
Right. Okay. I'm cancelling this stream before we get any further.
Ben's like, what?
This time next week.
So we're not streaming next Monday, but the Monday after we'll be streaming.
Yeah, so it's every other Monday. We'll be streaming, but we are on the Discord. We do paint, we do play games, Monster Hunter, Marvel Rivals, stuff like that.
Yeah, so. If you want to. Yeah, and also we are painting like in between. So maybe we should take some more pictures and post some pictures up after this as well on the chat.
I did set a set in the Discord for the painting challenge.
I have been putting some. I'm going to put some pictures.
I have not.
I think I put some up. Darren's put some up. You should probably stick some up.
Yeah, I will do, because I have getting further than I normally do.
Yeah, like, dude, like, I wish you could see how much we've got through. Like, I'm like nearly finished my 3rd unit now, so I've got 1 unit left, and then just the solos and the jacks. And that's why I'm eating my veg first. I'm going to eat all my veg, get all the units done, and then I'm going to have some fun.
If I'd finished 3 units, then I'll be done.
What?
I only have 3 units, and one of them's 3 models.
I mean, one of mine's 3 models, but I have 4 units, and one of them's 3 models, so I'm 3 units down. Well, I've got to finish this 3rd unit, and then I've got to do all the base on all of them, so I'm rebasing them.
More stuff arrives.
Yeah, and then sometime this week I've got.
I'm not opening any more stuff till this is painted. Like I need to.
No, I have to get. Is it Shadow Tongue out? I've got to be playing some Shadow Tongue.
No, I think I need to just make sure I finish this before I open that. I might open it to check that I haven't suffered any like real damages and stuff.
Yeah, do a little.
But then I'm just going to put it away for a bit. Anyway,
I'll get more penguins.
Right, I'm ending the stream. Obviously, Discord.